Hi guys, so I decided to do another video, and today I'm talking about a lot of the pressures that I'm under right now. I'm going to school full time and my son is having behaviors, and I have really no support. My parents can't really do a whole lot. So I kind of feel like I'm very burnt out, and my uncle, who kind of like does his best to help me, is my dad's brother. And I feel like, I mean, he does love my sister and I, but I feel like lately he's kind of getting burnt out too by helping my family, because he's helped my dad out for years. He's helped me, he's helped my sister financially. And I asked him recently about what he thinks I should do. If I should maybe put my son into private school and quit school, maybe. I don't know, because I live in subsidized housing. I was thinking I could go back to work part-time and put him in private school, because his behaviors are out of control at times with me, but he's not doing it with his dad and he's not doing it at school. So the school can't really help me. And my uncle's reaction was kind of impulsive when I talked to him about it. He instantly went to like the money aspect and said that, he would try sending Eli to a private school, but then he kind of like backtracked on his answer, and I guess he was like struggling with it, because I mean the school is a lot of money. It costs like $6,000 for 1 year for one child. So I get it. I understand the money's a lot, but I didn't ask him for the money. I was just asking him for suggestions on what I could do. And he kind of had a trigger, and then like other family members got involved, which made me feel embarrassed, because it kind of makes me feel like I'm some kind of charity case, like, oh, poor Veronica, like we feel guilty because she's reaching out and we know she has no support, but it's too much for us to handle, so we're just going to start attacking her. So then he's like asking me questions about my refund from school, like, oh, your sister got a refund when she went to school, where's yours? And I'm like, I don't have one anymore. I went to a community college before. Now that I go to a state college, it costs more. I'm not getting the refund that I was getting. So I don't know like what he's trying to get at, because he gives me money during the summer to kind of help me get by so I don't have to go to work. But and that was never a problem, and now he's like questioning it, and it makes me feel like he's like wondering if I'm pulling one over on him, or if he's like getting taken advantage of because he's giving me money for me to go to school. Like, I don't know. I don't know what the deal is, but he just kind of like got triggered and went with it. And then he got like other family members involved that don't even know me, asking me like, well, why didn't you go get the scholarship filled out if you really wanted to do this? And because the scholarship didn't sound like it was going to do much. So I actually went to the school that I was thinking about having him go to, and they don't have a scholarship. They said that I have to enroll him first and then apply for financial aid, and they don't even know how much financial aid I would get. So it's like not even, you can't do that. You need to know. So I don't even know. Like, I'm just kind of like, okay, this is freaking awesome. So my son's got behaviors. I reach out for help, and then the family members that I think would be helpful start attacking me and asking me questions about like, why do I need to put him in that school, even though they have their kids in private school. So they should understand why. Like, I don't want him around kids that have behaviors, because it only exacerbates his. So, like, I mean, I know that that part of my family cares. Obviously, my uncle cares, or he wouldn't have helped my family so much. And he doesn't have to do what he does. But like, I wish he had responded in a more, I don't know, in a more calm manner, because it makes me feel like some kind of charity case or a burden or something. I don't even know. And I'm just trying to reach out for help. My son needs therapy. His dad's deductible is $3,000 because he's on a family plan with him. And they're saying that he can't get on the insurance my daughter and I have, which would be so much better, because his dad claimed him on his taxes, even though he doesn't live with me, and they need to know who this child's living with, and they go by the taxes. And I'm just kind of like, there has to be another way. Like, this is ridiculous. I'm trying every avenue I can possibly get, and I feel like no matter what I do, I'm just kind of getting the crap end of the stick here. And then, my son tells me things, and I don't know if how honest he's being when he tells me stuff. And I know that I can't really say much to his dad because all his dad wants to do is fix him by having him live there, which I don't feel like is the answer. Having him move to a whole other state because that's what he chose to do wouldn't be helpful, because then he would be completely away from all of the family and the structure that he has here. Although I don't really want to go there because his dad has his own opinion about me, and he's always going to think what he wants to think about me, and that's fine. It's just too bad because Eli's the one that's getting hurt, because he's not seeing that his dad and I can co-parent together by problem solving, and it's all my fault. And this is how it's always been my whole life. I feel like because I was abused, I had this aura that I'm a victim, and so other people just, I don't know, they don't mean to, but they end up like mentally abusing me. And I feel like it's almost a self-fulfilling prophecy. Like, it's not that I like that happening to me, but I walk around with this aura that I am a victim, even though I'm trying to do the best I can. I'm not really like going cry me a river. I'm not asking people to feel bad for me or have a pity party, but I think it's into my demeanor, the way that I come off. People see me as, like, I don't know, a weak person or somebody who can't take care of themselves. And partly I think that's because of the stigma of mental illness. People don't understand mental illness, so they see them as, we actually talked about this in class today, but like the stigma, and it's like a negative connotation toward a person. And it's usually like within like a group of people think a negative idea about something without really looking at other factors. And so because I have PTSD, I do resemble some of the things that people would probably call me weak, or I don't know, stuff like that. And it's just too bad because I feel like I could have people, if we live in a collectivist culture, we would be helping each other. We would be working as a group. We wouldn't be saying, well, too bad, you made your bed or whatever. Like, of course, yeah, I made a choice to have children before I was educated enough to know how to really take care of them in the best manner. Now I know. So now the light bulbs are going off, and I want to do all of these things, especially for my son. And, like, I just feel like I'm hitting a brick wall at every corner. Like, I don't get support from his dad as much as I would like to have us work together. We can't really do that because it's all my fault. And, I talk to certain family members and they can only really do so much, which I don't expect them to do a ton. And I know they care about me, but then they get stressed out. And I've never had a support system. I'm 32. I still really don't. I have my sister, but she can't really do a whole lot either. And she also has her own issues from growing up in the house we grew up in. And it's just this vicious cycle. It's like, it's never ending. My dad and my uncle grew up in an abusive home. Now my sister and I both have mental issues. I had children and didn't really have the resources or the education to know how to take care of them in the most ideal manner. And so now my son has behaviors, and like, I need to stop it now. I want to get the intervention as soon as possible. And like, his dad's only solution is have him live with me. Okay, have him live with you. So what? He can be raised by a third party because you're always working? Like, that's not going to solve anything. Then he's not in his extracurriculars that he's used to here, that helps build his self-esteem, helps build his character, helps reinforce positivity for himself, which is what he needs. And okay, he's going to go into what? Your extracurricular that you picked up from somebody else that he sees his brother and sister do, that he lives with you, archery. Like, that's not his thing. He wants to do it because he sees them do it and he pushes it on him, and he has things here that he likes to do. So I don't understand why this has to be pushed in one direction or the other. Like, the most ideal thing is to work together. I want to do therapeutic things, and I don't know. I think the harshness is overcorrecting and just making the anger worse. So when he comes with me, he just lashes out. like, he doesn't really know what's best for him. He doesn't know what to do. So, I'm trying to do what's best. I'm not saying I'm a perfect parent, and I know that. That's why I get my own therapy. But I don't like, if I had somebody come down and say, okay, the answer for your son is for him to go live with his father full time, I would do that because that's what's best for Eli and that's what I want. But I honestly, in my heart, do not believe that that is the answer. Like, taking him away from the things he knows, the things he's used to every day, living with, his sister, Kendra, living with me, his mom. Like, I'm not a drug addict. I don't hang out with people who aren't healthy. I'm going to therapy myself. I want to get him into therapy on a constant basis. I do my best to research therapeutic techniques. I'm a full-time college student in psychology, so I'm learning be the way people can learn better and take information in better. And I'm learning a lot. And I don't think that taking him away from me is the answer. Because he has behaviors with me doesn't mean I'm the cause. And I think that's the misconception, is that because he's having better behavior with his dad, that automatically means that it must be I'm the problem. And that's not the case. So, I do wonder why he has better behavior there and not with me. And the only thing I can say is that because he knows that his dad is going to not have guilt and basically be like authoritative and be very kind of overcorrective, I would say, in my opinion. And, that's it. And I don't like that parenting style. And so I don't know, but I've been very stressed out about this lately. It's causing me a lot of grief. I just want my son to be happy and feel loved. That's it. That's all I want. And it didn't help when his dad moved to Vermont. Definitely did not help. So, you know, I don't know what else to really say about it. Other than this is a very stressful time for me, and I'm trying to do college full time, and now I don't know if I'm going to graduate next year because they're saying I need more courses than I thought. So I'm just like, I don't even know. Oh boy. So I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. And as always, please leave me a comment. Let me know on your suggestions if you have any ideas. And I don't know, I'll take any suggestions I can get as long as they're positive. Positivity, guys. I need positivity. All right, guys. I don't feel like doing the good morning, good evening, and good night thing. I'm just not feeling that. So I'm just going to say goodbye. Have a good day or a good night, exactly, wherever you are. Thanks for listening, guys. And I'll be back soon. Bye.